The NBA cap's going up and a number of players straight hustled their teams to bring them an outrageously large contract. I'd love to get paid $20 million a year as much as the next guy, but one would think that means you have to produce at that level. Let's take a look at a few players that aren't. The top 5 worst contracts in the NBA. I want to start off by saying I was tempted to throw Blake Griffin's $171 million contract on here, as I personally don't think having him as your cornerstone translates to wins at all. But he does eat up 30% of your salary cap. But so far in 2018, he's been living up to his contract, averaging 28.5 points per game and 11 rebounds at this point. For a deeper look at the Blake Griffin contract, click on the link above. Otherwise, we'll get into the top 5. Number 5, Nicolas Batum. $24 million. Batum in his career has not proved that he should be the highest paid player on the team. I actually like Batum as a player, but more as a glue guy than a star. He averaged 11.6 points per game on 41.5% shooting last year, along with 4.8 rebounds per game and 5.5 assists. As for some advanced analytics, PER is a formula that takes account every measurable statistic on the basketball court, such as points per game, shooting percentage, rebounds, etc. Batum ranked 159th in PER last year. If you were making starting lineups in the NBA based on PER alone, you could fill up all 30 NBA teams and Batum wouldn't be on one. Number 4, Ryan Anderson. At $20.4 million this year, the Suns took on Ryan Anderson from the Rockets in a relatively curious move. His 2017-18 stats are underwhelming. On an average of 26 minutes per game, Anderson put up 12.9 points and 6.9 rebounds. Anderson notably played very few minutes in the playoffs for the Rockets, indicating they didn't think he was one of the top 8 guys on the team, despite being the 3rd highest paid player at the time. There were 193 NBA players who had a higher PER last year. As much as everyone would love a Ryan Anderson comeback, his start to the 18-19 season doesn't look promising, averaging 6.1 points per game on 34.8% shooting and 3.5 rebounds. Number 3, Chandler Parsons, $24 million, 7.9 points per game, 2.5 rebounds per game, and 0.7 assists. And major injuries causing him to miss over half of both of the last 2 seasons. This is the unfortunate reality for Grizzlies fans. After averaging 13.7 points per game, the Grizzlies decided to lock down Parsons to a 4-year, $94 million contract, adding him to Gasol and Conley to make one of the most average cores in the NBA. Parsons ranked 191st in the league in PER last year, making him dollar per PER one of the worst contracts. Number 2. Andrew Wiggins. At $25.4 million, only 18 players will have larger contracts than him this year. His give-a-shit percentage hovers around 5% of life. At a 13.1 PER, 206 qualifying NBA players are more effective. At 17.7 points per game, off of 43.8% shooting, Wiggins has one of the lowest shooting percentages for a small forward. In adjusted field goal percentage, which factors in 3-point percentage, Wiggins ranked dead last in small forwards who played 62 games or more. His other categories are not impressive either. 4.4 rebounds per game and 2.0 assists per game is far from elite in the NBA. Not to mention the Timberwolves gave Wiggins his contract a year ahead of time for no reason when there were still many question marks to his game and work ethic still. If you've watched a Timberwolves game, you've probably seen Andrew Wiggins 10 feet behind his defensive assignment as they drive to the basket. This is also presumably the contract that brought out the asshole version of Jimmy Butler, who is now demanding a trade as clearly he does not think he can win with this core. As far as dollar per PER, Wiggins has the worst value in the NBA, besides one player. Number 1, Joakim Noah. $18.53 million, 4.56 points per game, 7.9 rebounds per game as a Knick. I have no idea what the Knicks saw in Joakim Noah, but after a season where he missed 53 games and averaged 4.3 points off of 38.3% shooting, Phil Jackson gave him a $72 million contract. It's almost like Phil is just trying to tank the whole organization. That's the only explanation I really have. In 9 seasons, he missed 15 or more games due to injury 6 times. He's clumsy, kind of slow, and he shoots his jump shot directly from his chest. The Knicks realized they needed to do something about this contract and use a stretch provision to buy out the contract and save them cap space in the upcoming years, making room for Porzingis and Kevin Durant. Maybe. you never know with the Knicks. I'm rooting for it though. Basketball is more fun with Golden State broken up and the New York Knicks good. There you go, the 5 worst NBA contracts. Do you think any of these are salvageable? What list do you want to see next? Let us know in the comments below. Like if you like, and for God's sakes, subscribe for more videos.